via NCAA Philippines and GMA Sports PH. This is the crossover period of our classification round in Season 101. Group A versus Group B action. Martin Javier, Enzo Navarro taking you through this coverage. We jump it up. It is Libang versus Big Sean Umali. And the game is underway. First crack at the basket here for the Benil Blazers. Agaw ng Arellano Chiefs. Tima Ongotan flips it up and in for the opening basket.
And that's an early turnover para sa CSB Blazers. Alam naman natin na doon nag-feed off yung offense ng Arellano.
And speaking of turnovers, that's been the biggest kryptonite for the Blazers this year. They had 23 turnovers and they have 2 right away in just 25 seconds here in the first quarter. So, malaking problema yan para kay Coach Charles Chu that they're looking to address here.
Well, I agree. That's really a big problem, especially given na veteran itong lineup eh. So, I think that's really something they have to fix para mas maganda pa yung tatakbo nila for the season.
Pero kung iisipin mo, dami nilang turnovers pero nananalo pa rin sila as Libang scores inside.
Well, that's a good execution by Arellano, pero going back to your point na nananalo pa rin sila because of the lineup that they have na eh, and also because of the system na meron itong si Coach Charles.
And speaking of the system, they swung the ball to the corner that time. Libang takes a hit from Celis. And Rafi Celis is called for the foul here. Celis, who is a rookie from Cebu, had a breakout performance against JRU with 20 points. Again, the Blazers will not have the services of their star player, former MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Alin Liwag, who is still recovering from dengue. And here's Tima Omota, nagmamadali. Umali breaks up the play. Back we go the other way. SJ Moore, no. Takbuhan pa rin tayo, and Moore gets it back. 3-on-2. Moore is able to draw the foul.
And we can see early on na napakabilis ng ating laro, talagang up and down. Medyo maraming turnovers for both teams, but I think na ito yung pace na gusto ng Arellano eh.
Yeah.
So kung hindi magagawa ng paraan ng Benil to early in this game, I think makakuha ng early momentum itong Arellano.
So the faster pace you're saying is in favor of the Arellano Chiefs, and so far that's been the case as SJ Moore misses on the free throw. He's been part of the starting unit here and trusted by Coach Charles Chu. Of course, SJ Moore was the star of the Arellano Braves in season 98. Celis gets the offensive rebound, but Benil still couldn't manufacture points. Ito na, si Pasti Valencia. Libang. Binoya. Post the trigger. Tinapos lang itong si Mavi Binoya as we go courtside for the first time in this game. Nandito si Gleisel Calco. Gleisel, go ahead.
The Arellano Chiefs admitted that it was one tough loss against the Generals. Naikwento nga sa akin ng isa sa mga leading scorers ng kupunan na si Timac Umotan ay talaga raw na-frustrate sila after that game. They had disagreements but they were quick to resolve it and they had a talk so that they could set things straight. Coach Chico Manabat expressed how he got emotional upon learning that his squad took the initiative para mag-usap-usap. Still, he sees this adversity as a redirection. Nagulat rin daw siya in their practice yesterday where everything felt light and the Chiefs seem closer and hungrier than ever. So let's see how they will rise up in hopes of mimicking that streak-breaking win against the Blazers in season 100. Martin and Renzo?
Thank you so much, Gleisel Calco. I gotta go to my partner here as we see this replay. Tima Ongotan making his move against Sean Umali, who got swatted away by Big Sean. Enzo, you're used to being a leader and a veteran on your team. Pag mga ganong klaseng talo, lalo na ikaw veterano, and it's a mix of, you know, young guys and veterans, paano mo minomotivate para maging isa ulit kayo as a team?
Well, ang turo sa amin kasi sa LPU talaga is you really have to acknowledge the feeling of, syempre masakit yun for you na galing ka sa talo, and you have to acknowledge that feeling para maka-move on ka kaagad eh. Kasi that game was yeah, that was a tough loss, but that was only one game. So you have a next game pa. So kailangan talaga mag-start sa'yo as a leader, as a point guard, kailangan mag-start sa'yo na makapag-move on agad yung team mo and mag-focus agad for the next one.
But I like, the steps there. You acknowledge the feeling first. This is a feeling that you don't want to consistently have, diba, in the NCAA, and then move on afterwards. Learn from your mistakes.
Yes, that's why it's big for Coach Chico na merong initiative yung players niya to do that.
Oh, si Timac Ongotan yung nanguna doon. They have a lot of veterans on this team. You talk about Basti Valencia, who is the team captain for another year. They're helping each other out. CJ Libang connects on the free throws. Arellano with a faster start. 5-0 so far.
Yes, this is a good start for Arellano. And yun nga yung pace kasi na gusto nila na talagang gusto nila up and down. Mas sanay sila maglaro dun.
And itong Benilde, yun yung gusto nilang iwasan dito. Although they are very much capable of keeping up with the running game. Pero pag-running game, mas lemado yung Arellano Chiefs.
Tama ka dyan. And for Benilde, sa lineup na meron sila ngayon, especially with Sean O'Malley, na alam naman natin kung gaano kalakas yan sa post. Mas gusto talaga nila na mag-half-court set muna.
Nakakakuha naman sila ng magagandang tira. Mintes nga lang mula kay Morales. Mavi Dinoya stops on the dime and sends it in again. O'Malley with another steal.
That was the second defensive stop for Sean O'Malley. Recognizing the offense very well. Talagang veterano na.
Breaking up the inside play, pero si Jomel Ancheta hindi pa rin makashoot. Arellano races the other way. Timac straight to the cup.
That was another transition offense for Arellano.
And the Coach Charles has seen enough. They're still scoreless here in the first frame. Kaya napa-timeout na siya. Balik sa ating laban, and this is the performance of Renzo. Renzo rin Abiera. Basta Renzo, Shooter, big-time scorer, unselfish. Abiera had 24 points against EAC previously.
Pero itong si Renzo Abiera, scorer. Yun yung pinagkaiba namin dalawa with 24 points and 3 out of 8 sa 3-point areas. He really played well, and I'm sure talagang susundan niya pa yung mga magagandang game na yan.
Pero yung Renzo Navarro, scorer din yan Early parts of his career. Ayan, as Abiera is seen here on your screens. For Benilde, nagpalitan na ng tao si Coach Charles. Torres is now in alongside Justin Sanchez, the league's leading scorer at around 20 points per contest so far.
This is an early shuffle for Coach Charles in his lineup, and as you said earlier na ito nga si Justin Sanchez yung #1 scorer na kailangan ng Benilde ngayon dahil wala pa silang na score na puntos dito sa game na to.
That's right, they're beaten out so far by Arellano's running game. They go right away to Justin, who has a mismatch against Ongotan. 3 to shoot, natapigan ni Timac.
It's very well scouted para dito sa Arellano. Talagang pinaghandaan nila yung mga matchup na makukuha nila for this game.
Very well read defensively, and Timac took it to the other end and was able to draw the foul. Tingnan natin to, Renzo. Ganda nung sundot ni Ongotan against Sanchez.
And I think CSB had the right intention to attack Arellano in the post kasi nandun yung advantage nila malalaki sila But last time, itong si Ongotan na utakan ng konti, itong si Justin Sanchez.
Mukhang nagbabad sa film review itong Arellano University because they knew right away off the bench si Sanchez, siya agad ang i-feed na bola.
Nakita rin natin na may mismatch doon pero naka-ready rin yung mga helper ng Arellano Parang nag-drop sila into a 2-3 zone as soon as nakuha ni Justin Sanchez yung bola sa post.
This is now an 8-0 start for Arellano, and Timac Ungotan continues to flourish in the first. 5 points na para kay Timac. Again, couple of games ago, he had a triple-double. So, mataas ang kumpiyansa nito.
You're right. And speaking of kumpiyansa, papasok na si Renzo Abiera sa next dead ball natin. So I'm sure yung confidence nitong batang to napakataas ngayon.
He will provide the scoring for the second unit nitong Arellano as Justin Sanchez draws the foul. So Abiera comes in for Ungotan. That's a good exchange if you're Coach Chico.
Well, I was about to say na what a luxury for Coach Chico to take Ungotan out. Pero si Abiera naman yung kapalit papasok.
Parehas scorer pero magkaibang klase, ano? This is a foul against Mavi Binoya. So, fourth team foul against the Chiefs. One more will put them over the limit. And that's something they don't want to happen here. Kasi sila yung may hawak nitong laban so far.
Tama ka dyan, no? And yun nga, sa pace na sinasabi natin na gusto ng Arellano, ito yung makakasakit sa case nila ngayong maagang part ng game natin. Kapag na-penalty sila agad.
Expect Benil to attack this Arellano defense. Torres, Sean got open. All air for Sean Umali, so the struggles continue for Benil.
And I think that's a shot that Arellano would be willing to give up for CSB. Talagang yung mga outside shots na lang nung big men yung ibibigay nila instead of Sean getting the ball inside the paint.
That's true. They'll dare Sean to shoot that shot all game. Abiera on the catch. RJ Geronimo is back or is in for the first time para dito sa Arellano Chiefs, and he has the basketball right now. 8-0 lead para sa Chiefs. They go to Basti. Cross-court pass. Binoya for three. Nothing there. Sanchez collects.
Well, that's another great execution for Arellano. They got the shot that they want. Hindi nga lang na pasok ni Binoya.
Oh, Sanchez able to split the defenders. Just couldn't get the basket. Ito na si Ernjay. Again, the Chiefs have been patient on the half court. Ernjay will attack the closeout. Geronimo misfires.
And that was the right move for Geronimo kasi si Justin Sanchez yung umahabol sa kanya.
Ganda nung pasa. Umali for Benil's first basket of the game. It is Justin Sanchez on the receiving end.
Sean Umali is a very underrated passer. No, kasi I had the chance to play with him for how many years then, and talaga naniniwala ako na isa yun sa mga strength niya. Hindi lang yung pag-poste niya, hindi yung pag-score niya, yung passing ability niya rin kasi.
Oh, nag-abot po itong si Enzo Navarro at Sean Umali as we take a look at that pass to set up Justin Sanchez and get them on the board in this game. Pero ikaw, nakita mo yung progression din ng laro neto ni Sean Umali. You know, from a guy being inserted as the third string center, second string center, ngayon, grabe na yung kumpiyansa niya. You know, and his instincts defensively, I think, you know, that sets him apart from the other centers in the league.
Well, ang gusto ko sa na-develop talaga ni Sean ngayon is yung pag-control niya sa emotions niya. And yung alam niya kasi kung gaano siya kalakas inside pero hindi na siya nagpipilit ng mga tira niya ngayon. Yun yung pinakamagandang na-develop ni Sean.
That's right. Oh, hard contact pero naibanda yun ni Renzo Abiera.
Well, that's the confidence that we're talking about neto ni Renzo Abiera. That was against Sean Umali, which is a good shot blocker.
This is another dynamic lineup fielded by Coach Chico Manabat. Nandito na rin si Joseph Hernal. Nandito si Buenaventura. Let's take a look at this move by Renzo Abiera against Oli. He's got Sanchez on the second layer. Pinanggapan ni Sean, walang problema.
Napakagandang drive para ni Renzo. No? Sobrang diin and sobrang lalim ng drive niya. Kaya nakakuha siya ng basket doon.
Sean Umali against three defenders. Ganda nung hanap. Libreng-libre si Torres.
Yan yung sinasabi natin na maturity nito ni Sean Umali. Kayang-kaya niya ng one-on-one yan. Minsan kahit may double team, kaya niya pa rin yan. Pero that time, he really looked for his teammate. Kaya may open layup si Torres doon.
Both Benil baskets assisted by Sean. It is stolen by Sanchez. Sanchez, oh, denied. Great recovery from the Chiefs.
And this is the reason why I said na parang maganda talaga yung scouting ng Arellano. Kasi every time kukuha ng bola itong si Sanchez, meron naka-ready na helper agad.
That time it was Leighton Buenaventura timing it perfectly. Umali on the back down. Ito yung help. Medyo agresibo lang para kay Hernal.
Oh, and that was the second time na dalawang guys yung pinahelp ng Arellano against Sean Umali.
Ito si Hernal. Siya yung second helper doon. So, penalty na ang Arellano Chiefs and we still have 3:22 left in the first. So,
and for CSB, ito yung pwede nilang magamit na sitwasyon para makahabol dito sa game na to, para makuha yung momentum nila. Kasi for a team as good as CSB, talagang kailangan lang nila makita na pumapasok yung bola dyan sa ring and yung confidence nila babalik na lang yan.
Yeah. You know, right now they're 2 out of 13 from the field. They're struggling, but it's still just a 5-point game.
And ang maganda rin sa CSB, nakakuha rin kasi sila ng stops eh. So kahit nagsastruggle sila offensively, hindi rin ganun kalayo yung nakikreate na margin ng Arellano.
Yeah. Justin Sanchez with a scoop and a foul. And one for Justin Sanchez.
Well, that time, walang sinend na helper. Itong Arellano, nakita naman natin na medyo malayo yung helper. Kaya nakakuha ng separation si Justin Sanchez.
Pagpihit ni Sanchez, libre na.
And for a guy like Justin Sanchez na matagal na rin dito sa NCAA, alam na rin niya kung paano talaga umiscore dito sa level na to. Kailangan mo talaga ng 2 to 3 guys to help out para lang mapigilan siya.
Especially with the leap he has been taking this season offensively. Kasi ngayon, mas matalino na sa mga pinipiling tira itong si Justin Sanchez. And you know, when to go outside and when to take the ball in.
I agree. Pareho sila ni Sean na sobrang laki nung na-develop sa maturity nila.
Yeah, exactly. 8 to 10. Benilde is back in it. From 8 points down earlier, they are within 2. RJ. Uy! Sobra lang sa gilid yung pasa ni RJ Geronimo. So, it is an 8-2 run by the Blazers to pull to within 2. Balik sa ating laban. And the shining moment for the rookie, Rafi Celis, against the Heavy Bombers. This guy at 20 points.
Well, he introduced himself as a defensive guy, pero yung previous game nila against JRU, siya yung bumitbit ng scoring load para sa CSB with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals, which is yun yung trabaho niya talaga.
And he presents a lot of potential. Kasi 6'4", 6'5", tumatakbo ng ganyan, can handle the ball, may tira rin sa labas.
And early in the game, siya yung kumukuha kay Ongotan.
Yeah.
So yun yung luxury ni Coach Charles na meron siyang Rafi Celis na kaya bumantay ng big man, kaya rin bumantay ng mga bibilis na guards natin.
Two-way player na, multi-position pa yung pwede niyang bantayan. Tama ka. Tony Inot now in the game. Makes his move. Inot creates for himself.
And that's one guy na talagang pwedeng puntahan ng CSB every single time. Talagang pag wala silang makuha off their sets, talagang pwede nilang puntahan itong si Inot.
It's taking him a while to get back to his old ways. Pero mukhang mas maganda na yung ginagalaw dito ni Tony. Baseline drive. Blocked. Kamay. Pump fake. Blocked again. That's good recovery as we see Umali here holding on to his left elbow. This is after the landing he had. This is not good for the Benil Blazers, who is already playing without Allen Liwag. Now Sean is hurt.
And Sean is a tough guy, so for him to look like that after a fall, talagang may nararamdaman yan.
Ito, sinabayan niya. Collided with his teammate. Oo. Natukod ng kaunti, ano? Pagka-landing niya. Kasi yung lift-off niya na break nung collision niya with Torres, kaya awkward yung pagkaka-landing niya.
Nasakto rin kasi itong si Torres papunta sa kanya pero nasa baba na eh.
Yeah. So, we are praying it's not serious for Sean as he goes to the bench here. Sean O'Malley. And he's been making things happen for the Blazers. Siya yung nagsimula ng scoring para sa Benil dito with 2 assists.
Oh, and that's big for CSB kasi hindi niya pinilit yung score. Talaga nag-create siya for his teammates and for his team. Kaya malaking kawalan to for CSB.
So after getting blocked 2 times, sabi ni Yuan Kamay, teka, sa labas naman, knocking down the triple.
And yun din yung maganda for the Chiefs eh, no? Talagang yung confidence nila hindi basta-basta bumababa. Eh, kakasabi mo lang after 2 drives na na-block, ito 3-pointer naman for Kamay.
And on the other end, offensive foul ang itinawag dito sa Benil. So Arellano punches back. Gab Cometa in for the first time.
And for CSB, without Allen Liwag and Sean O'Malley, I think itong si Gaspay really has to step up. And I think he's very capable. I know this guy. I've played with him. I know he's very capable.
Solid itong si Gaspay. Now he's going to be given a chance. But Renzo Abiera showing us that he's not just a 3-point shooter. He's an all-around scorer. Driving against Gaspay and getting the end one.
And what's worse for CSB is yun na yung second foul nitong ni Gaspay. So that's Sean O'Malley and Allen Liwag out of the game. Tapos si Gaspay may dalawa ng foul early in this game.
Numinipis itong frontline rotation ni Coach Charles, but Gaspay will stay. Sanchez. Oh, that's good for Justin Sanchez, and he gets the continuation.
And that's the reason why they're sending out 2 to 3 guys to help out on Justin Sanchez kasi ganyan siya kalakas umatake.
Ito yung sasabihin mo, oh, okay, he has figured it out. Diba? Kung yung laruan sa NCAA at paano siya magiging effective offensively. Kasi nung maalala natin, when he was still playing with the Red Lions as a rookie, he was a little bit out of control, hindi pa masyadong composed, lalo offensively, compared to now, na talagang pulido na yung kalawan.
Tama, kaya sobrang hirap ng bantayan nito ni Justin Sanchez kasi I think lumaki pa siya ng a few inches, tapos nag-add ng weight. So alam niya na kung paano gamitin yung advantage na meron siya against sa mga makakalaban niya.
And speaking of Sanchez, he just blew the layup. Tumapboard kasi.
Oh, I think he wanted to dunk it.
Yeah. He elevated for that layup. Yeah, he is acknowledging his mistake. Ito, pasa ni Inot. Here's the takeoff. Yeah, nabitawan.
Yeah, that's why he was saying na dulas daw yung bola. And that was a rare miss for Justin Sanchez. Kasi Inot and Sanchez, matagal ng combination to sa loob ng basketball court.
And nagsorry agad siya kay Tony. That was a missed opportunity for them. Here's Mavi Vinoya at the free throw line, one of the vets of the Chiefs. He knocks down the first. Now, ito si Vinoya at times, lalo last season. Siya yung leading scorer netong Arellano. And with his size and his scoring ability, talagang makakakuha siya ng maraming mismatch dito sa NCAA.
Well, for me nga, medyo undersized pa to for a big man. Kasi 4 ang nilalaro nito. Yeah. And I'm very familiar with Mav as well. Kasi yung time na kasama ko si Sean O'Malley sa LPU, nandun din siya as a rookie. So, alam ko kung ano yung kayang gawin nito. He's very smart. Talagang consistent siya with what he's doing. Kaya siya yung nagli-lead ng Arellano ngayon.
And he's matched up with Sanchez right now. who got the board. Short stab for Cometa, will not get the bounce. And it stays with Benilde. With 14 on their clock, 38.3 left dito sa ating first quarter. And Arellano slowly recovering their lead that they had early on. Sanchez hits Benoya with a jab, close by him. Sanchez, no one's got to stop Justin Sanchez here.
That was against two guys already. And I think, tama ka, na-figure out na ni Justin Sanchez kung paano butasin itong depensa ng Arellano.
10 points off the bench for Sanchez. And it is 15-17. Benoya doesn't get it. Oli here with 6 seconds left. They go to Sanchez. Sanchez falling down. Cometa with a heave. Not that time, and after the end, or at the end rather, of the first 10 minutes of action, it is Arellano able to maintain their lead 17-15 after the first. Magbabalik po kami for the second quarter. The second frame, this is Benilde versus Arellano, featured in our second game of a Sunday doubleheader. Martin Javier, Renzo Navarro here in the coverage with Faisal Calpo at courtside. Renzo, storya ng first quarter natin initially was the running game of Arellano, but complexion completely changed when Justin Sanchez entered the game.
Well, I think Arellano really prepared well for this game. Kaya yung lumabas nung first quarter na yun yung scouting report nila eh. Yun yung pinaghandaan nila for how many days. Kaya ganun kaganda yung kinalabasan. Now for CSB, as soon as nag-settle down sila, and again with Justin Sanchez leading the way, talagang nakaka-catch up sila sa game na to.
Sanchez scored Benilde's 10 of Benilde's 15 points in that first quarter. Hoy, si Cristina Gamboa. Martin J, pa-shoutout sa husband ko. Happy birthday, Papa Arnel Gamboa, watching from San Jose City, Nueva Ecija. Nung first game pa to, kanina, go EAC. Hintay natin yung mga fans ng Arellano at Benilde mag-comment sa YouTube natin. Abangan natin maya-maya. Tony Inot, navigating and flipping it up and in.
That's a great move by Tony Inot. Very patient. Nakuha niya yung mismatch against a much lower big guy, pero hindi niya minadali.
Ito yung gusto nating makita. Yung agresibo na Tony Inot. Yuan Kamay, they swing it to Tina Kumotan, who strikes it from long distance.
Lalong mahihirapan yung mga makakalaban ng Arellano kapag ganito sila kaganda mag-share ng bola. Meron ng tira si Valencia doon na palagi niyang ginagawa yung mga fadeaway, pero nag-extra pass shot, and that led to another extra pass to Ongotan on the right wing.
Ito si Timac ulit. Timac, the step through of the last this time.
That was the Pinoy step for Ongotan.
Grabe yun. Timac already has 10 points now. Let's use this time to go courtside. Teka lang. Saved by Benilde. They swing it to Eusebio, who scores by the baseline. Now let's pass it to Gleisel Galpo. Gleisel.
Yes, Martin, speaking to Coach Charles Chu earlier, he shared with me that one of the biggest challenges for his team is how they've been incomplete during games and practices. Talaga daw medyo marami ang nagkakasakit, but he remains unfazed knowing that his unit is armed with guys who's ready to step up when necessary. And one of the guys who did it for him in their last win was Rafi Celis. Kwento nga sa akin ni Coach Charles, he has been a fan of Rafi since he was in high school. He even tried to recruit him after he graduated. So we can say that this is meant to be, because years later things fell into place, and now he is one of the guys for the Blazers. Today it could be him again, or it could be somebody else. Kaya naman abangan natin who will do it for them. But quick update lang kay Sean O'Malley. Natukod daw niya ang kanyang left elbow kanina after that fall. Pero tinanong ko siya, kinamusta, kayang-kaya pa raw niyang bumalik at maglaro. Yan muna ang balita mula courtside. Martin and Renzo.
Thank you, Gleisel. That's great news if you're a Benilde fan. Pero, you know, Rafi Celis, as we see T-Mac here, he leans closer, short stab, it's off. Rafi Celis used to be one of the top high school prospects in the Philippines. You know, he was playing for Ateneo de Cebu, playing with the top prospect in Jared Bahay in J-House. Ayan po si Rafi Celis. Now, it's good to see him really, you know, flex his skills, show his skills in the collegiate ranks.
Well, if you're a player from Cebu, alam naman nating lahat na tough yan. Talagang madiin maglaro yan, madiin dumipensa yan. And for Rafi Celis last game, talagang pinakita niya na he's also a capable scorer. And yung report ni Gleisel na yun, yung sabi ni Coach Charles na marami silang players na wala every game. I think that's just an opportunity for the other guys like Rafi Celis to show up and to step up for CSD.
Precisely, as we see this foul from Timac Ongotan. That is actually the reason why the lineup is built this way for Benilde. That's the reason why it's this deep. You know, for situations like this na, you know, unforeseen to eh. Minsan hindi mo naiiwasan. Siyempre, you know, minsan maulan, marami nagkakasakit, maraming hindi makakapaglaro. It's the next man up. And, you know, given their experience, lalong-lalo na nung mga preseason leagues natin, karamihan ng mga second, third stringers nakakuha ng playing time, meaningful playing times in big games. Dito sila ngayon. Kumbaga, masusubukan at ma-extend yung kanilang experience.
Yun yung maganda sa program nito ni Coach Charles. Talagang he's giving everybody a chance, especially sa mga preseason. Kasi alam niya na up to the last guy on the bench, talagang kakailanganin niya sa mga games na to, lalo sa season natin ngayon na meron yung mga ganyang nangyayari na may games na wala yung mga star players mo. So talagang nire-ready niya lahat ng players na mag-step up. Talagang binibigyan niya ng experience and exposure.
But again, despite the depleted lineup, eto, lumalaban sila, nagko-compete, and you know, they still continue winning in the NCAA. 21-24. Timac has been the man for Arellano. Ooh! Just missed it at the rim.
That was another great attack by Ongotan. I think kaya sumabla yung tira na yun. Nagulat siya, na libreng-libre siya.
Yeah, napalakas. Inot. And that's a foul on... Oh, is it the turnover? Yeah, it is a turnover on Tony Inot. So turnover count, Benilde already has 8 turnovers. Converted to 7 points by the Chiefs. Inbound, nahihirapan si Valencia. RJ Geronimo is at the point for the Chiefs. Ian Torres will be whistled for this one.
And I think frustration foul na ito para kay Ian Torres kasi they're really struggling to run their sets, to execute on offense. Kaya medyo may mga bad habits na lumalabas sa depensa.
21-24 still in the second frame. Over 3 minutes gone. In the second, Timac again on the attack.
Another great attack by Ongotan. Nakita natin last season si Ongotan na talagang open court ang nilalaro. Pero ngayon, ang galing niya na magbasa sa pick and roll. Alam niya na biniblitz siya. So, sobrang patient niya with playing that pick and roll.
12 points for Ongotan. Quickly answered by Gabby Cometa. That's his first basket of the game.
And another guy for Benilde na kailangan mag-step up para sa laro na to si Gabby Cometa.
Wow! That is a big-time hit from Basti Valencia over the extended arm of Gaspay.
Right, very well contested three-pointer nito ni Valencia pero nakuha niya.
Cometa. Asted to work with, dancing with Benoya. He floats it up and he puts it in off the glass. Tit for tat in this juncture of the second frame. Gabby Cometa with 6 points off the bench, but they're still down by 4. Balik sa ating laban. Oh, ito na. Ang mga fans ng Benilde, si Allen Andre. Go Benilde from our YouTube stream. Si Angelo Castro naman. Let's go. Hey, you! Si Dr. Nov. Arellano rin. Ito mukhang kasamahan to ni Ern J. Hieronimo. Ayan o. Dr. Nov. Si Jan Sabare. Ito, shoutout niya. Shoutout po from Ligarda Street, Sampaloc, Manila. Pinsan ko po si Sean Umali. Good luck, Kuya Sean. Hashtag. Anong hashtag to?
That's Sean's nickname.
Changke.
Nung bata pa siya,
Yeah.
Changke.
Changke. Ayan.
Yan ang tawag sa kanya ng mga nakakakilala sa kanya simula pagkabata.
O, di ba? Comment lang kayo kung kakilala nyo yung mga player natin katulad niyan po ni Sean Umali. Sean, of course, went down earlier with a left elbow injury. He is poised to come back in this game later on. Pero dito sa ating second frame, it is still Arellano with a 4-point lead. We've been exchanging baskets in the last few minutes. Takutahe, designated shooter, will drive this one and is able to draw the foul.
Well, I was surprised na walang helper yung CSB that time para dun sa drive ni Kabutahe na yun. But there were two big guys in the shaded area pero walang nakahelp dun sa attack na yun.
Nilagpasan lang ni Kabutahe si Torres. You're right, maraming nakaklag eh. Pero walang sumabay dun sa layup.
Well, I think the reason is yung activity ng Arellano dun sa weak side eh. Alam ko, parang merong nakaset na stagger screen eh. Kaya busy yung dalawang big guy dun sa stagger screen na yun.
This is Kabutahe. You know, nagpakilala na to sa NCAA. You know, Anjord Kabutahe is a good three-point shooter. Oh! Step in three. T-Mac! Down the hatch!
You also have to give credit to Vinoya for getting that offensive rebound against three white shirts.
Yeah. 15 points for Ongotan. And he gets active defensively. Eusebio. Cometa. Cometa. Outside. Eusebio for three. Could not answer. Outlet. Uy! Ongotan and Eusebio colliding as T-Mac took off to catch the ball. Ito, kumpiyansa yung T-Mac Ongotan. 15 puntos na sa laban.
T-Mac Ongotan making that three-pointer look easy. Parang nasa ensayo lang.
And here's the collision. Papatakas si T-Mac. Eusebio was approaching him. So they bumped each other. Okay. This is going to be interesting as we see here referee Harry Santos, our FIBA International referee and crew chief, attends to the replay. Okay, so from what I'm hearing, this is gonna be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. Criteria 4. Dahil walang ibang player sa kabilang side para sa Benilde. Sige. Yeah. Okay. So they tagged it as a clear path in that sequence.
Yeah, you're right. Criteria 4 ng unsportsmanlike is an illegal contact by the defensive player from behind or laterally on an opponent. So yun yung, I think yun yung tinawag eh, kasi nauuna si Ongotan. And yun din yung adjustment na kailangan nating i-remind lahat ng nanonood eh, na hindi porke tinawag yung unsportsmanlike foul, ibig sabihin may ginawa na intentional eh. Yun yung naging adjustment with the rules.
So, I correct myself, it wasn't clear path dun sa positioning nila.
Oo.
Natawagan ng unsportsmanlike foul, which fulfills criteria number 4 or condition 4 in our rule book.
Right. And again, there was no intent to hurt for para dito kay Eusebio. It's just that yung positioning nila. Kaya kailangan nilang itawag yung unsportsmanlike foul.
Ongotan is firing that time, but Arellano is continuing to feed the hot hand.
And even the activity on that offensive rebound, talaga napakaganda for Arellano. That was Justin Sanchez getting that defensive rebound, pero hindi sumuko itong si Vinoya. Kaya na-force pa na magkaroon sila ng isa pang possession.
That's right. This is the biggest lead for the Chiefs so far. And our first double-digit advantage. Valencia fading away. Ooh! Went around and went out ultimately. Umali, bumomba. Isa pang pasa para kay Galas. Galas follows it up. Put up rin. Big Sean follows it up with a basket.
And that's the maturity na sinasabi natin na meron ito si Sean Umali. As we see that layup by Kabutahe. Pero going back to Sean Umali, he already had a shot dun sa gitna eh. Pero binigay niya pa yung extra pass na para sa teammate niya na sumablay pero nakuha niya offensive rebound.
That's right. But Arellano, again, this is the maturity of the Chiefs now. They countered back with a quick, fast break play. Hindi pa nakakaseta pang binil sa kabila kanina. T-Mac, step back. T-Mac Ongotan is red hot. He's got the hot hand here in the first half. 20 points para kay T-Mac. And Arellano resets the biggest lead, 40-27. Arellano might have found their guy in season 101 as we see this follow-up by Sean Umali. Made the pass first and then cleaned up the mess. Kabutahe with a quick answer here. And then T-Mac Ongotan went to work.
Oo, sa half-court set talagang alam na alam ni Ongotan kung paano butasin yung depensa nitong Benilde. Talagang nakita natin na kaya niyang atakihin off those pick and rolls. Kaya niyang mag-step back three-pointer. So, malaking problema to for Benilde to stop Ongotan.
Check this. T-Mac Ongotan with 20 points and the plus 19. Dun sa box plus-minus natin. Vinoya almost getting it. Picked up by Ancheta, who is back in the contest. It is stolen still by the Chiefs. They don't have the numbers. It is with Valencia. Stolen back by Kahukom.
That was already a good defensive stop for Arellano. And tama ka kanina, wala silang numbers dun sa break na yun. So I really think na dapat hinatak ito ni Valencia. But nonetheless, ito yung pace na gusto ng Arellano. So I don't think magagalit si Coach Chico dito kasi gusto niya talaga tong up and down para sa game na to.
Mas maganda pa to para sa Chiefs kasi they can play more loosely now with a 13-point lead.
Tama, no? Meron silang room for errors.
Oh, speaking of, Geronimo going all the way. Cookies and the score for Ern J. Geronimo.
And nahihirapan na rin mag-set up ng kanilang opensa itong CSB. Talagang ready yung Arellano for the offense of CSB eh.
The lead is 15 for the Chiefs. Umali drives inside. Wala. Galas. Isa ba? Pero nakikita mo yung quality ng baskets para sa Benilde at this point, Renzo. Talagang pinagtratrabahuhan nila kada basket.
Oo, kung gaano kahirap makashoot for Benilde, gano'n naman kadali para sa Arellano. Kaya sila yung may hawak ng napakalaking kalamangan.
Look at this. Galas just staying active. Oh, hold on. So,
I think there was a violation on the
Violation.
inbound. Parang stepping ata.
Oh, and Big Sean takes advantage. Nice move by Umali. So 31-42, 4-point swing for Benilde.
And that's something na hindi ko alam ba't hindi pinupuntahan rin ng CSB. No? I think walang makakadepensa masyado on the post for Sean Umali. And with the way he's playing right now, he's creating for his teammates. So I think every possession, kailangan nilang bigyan man lang ng touch si Umali sa post.
That's right. And, you know, if you've watched, or if you watch season 100, karamihan ng puntos ng Benilde o ng opensa galing sa poste last season with Liwag. So now, that's one of the reasons why they got Umali. Para sa second unit, meron ka pa ring threat dun sa poste.
I agree. And yun nga, yung sinasabi natin na medyo pinipilit sa mga pick and roll ng CSB ngayon eh. Kaya I feel like yung Arellano, ilang araw pre-practice yung pagdepensa ng pick and roll and yung sa isolation ni Justin Sanchez. So I think it's really something that they could go to para i-relax ng konti yung offense nila and makakuha ng mas magagandang looks.
That's right. So Galas playing extended minutes today. You know, filling in for, well, Allen Liwag, pati si Gaspay nasa foul trouble na kanina. So 5-0 spurt for Benilde to cut the lead down to 10. But Arellano is still in a good possession. Last 2 minutes ng ating second quarter. Tima now against a taller defender in Oli, but he attacks anyway. No. And Big Sean posts down the board. Ito na si Inod. Oli. Inod, tanda ng pasahan. Sanchez sa ilalim. Justin Sanchez scores.
It's really hard to defend the CSB Blazers when they're sharing the basketball. So I think they just have to run something. They have to share that basketball and look for the best shot possible every possession.
Itong Arellano, they're getting that lane on the left-hand side as we see this play. This is the first 2 points of Sanchez since exploding for 10 points in the first. Pero ito kanina pa, si Timac, yan, yung left-hand drive. Ngayon, si Yuan Kamay naman.
I think ang ganda ng mga basa kasi ng mga Arellano guards eh. They're just spreading the floor, giving enough space for the guards to attack that shaded area, and they're doing it very well.
Yeah. May bagong player pala sa loob para sa Arellano. This is Borromeo. Of course, I could say their best defender. Usually siya yung pinapangbantay dun sa best player ng kabilang team. He's now in the game. 1 out of 2 for Kamay.
And this is a small lineup for Arellano, so I really think CSB should take advantage.
They're right. Their tallest guy is Libang. But the rest are around 6'1", 6'2". And below, naagaw ni Borromeo. Kamay! No! Good challenge by Sean Umali. Inod to the corner. Catch and shoot for Galas. Wala. Another chance. Galas will be fouled. So, now things are opening up on Benilde's side, Renzo.
Well, the reason is they're sharing the basketball. Kasi I think during the first quarter, it looks like they're just taking turns eh. Nag-isolation lang sila and ready kasi yung Arellano talaga. Maganda yung scouting report nila for this game. That's why I think the CSB Blazers should really start sharing the basketball and they really should start working together.
Kasi simula nung nagiging maganda na yung pasahan nila, it's been a 7-1 run for Benilde. Galas, you know, they gotta take advantage of the freebies. Lalo ngayon, naghahabol sila. Second-year player. Itong si Arel Galas. Hasn't had a lot of minutes previously. Pero siya yung papad dito sa laban natin ngayon with the depleted front court of the Blazers. 8-1 run. Kamay leaves it for CJ Libang.
And I think that's already a broken play for Arellano because I think the ball was supposed to go to Ongotan but he was denied. Kaya siya na lang yung nag-set ng screen and that's a good read for Arellano.
Oli. Sean, challenged by Borromeo. But that's a foul on Tony Borromeo. Let's see what happened here. Kamay with the drive and then the dish for Libang. Pero dito, Borromeo, that's a tough ask for Borromeo. Nagsasabayan mo siya lumani, ano?
Yun na yung pinaka pwede niyang gawin for that situation. Just make it hard for Sean.
So Sean makes the first. Sean Umali. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Good numbers for Big Sean. And he goes 2 for 2.
But I think for the Blazers right now, they just have to take it one possession at a time. Kasi for a team like them na malalim yung lineup and veteran na, I'm sure makakabalik sila dito as soon as they... basta gawin lang nila ng tama talaga and they just have to keep playing.
D-Mac. Renzo. Or Kamay rather. Kamay up and under. No. Final shot time for Benil. This is going to be important. Sanchez has it. Sanchez attacks. Sanchez, no. Got it back. But Enot wasn't there. So, 0.9 seconds.
So that's a big opportunity na miss nitong CSB because I think that was supposed to be the best way to end this half to get a basket pero na-stop sila ng Arellano that time.
Maybe enough for a catch. Yes, they execute on the alley-oop inbound. So Benilde, what a run to end the first half for them. So we were at 42-27 earlier. We end 45-37. They count the basket. Tony Enot with a score. So it's 45-39, a 12-3 run to end the first half for Benilde to cut the lead down to 6. We'll give you numbers and the story of the first half, performances from our cheer squads during the halftime break. Banyales, babalik kami sa NCAA Season 101.